Have you ever stared at your screen and felt nothing? Not stress, not sadness, just fog. Like your brain is working, but nothing connects. You know you've read that email, but can't remember a single word. You try to speak, but the thoughts feel tangled, like static in your head. What if this isn't normal forgetfulness? What if your mind is quietly breaking down and you didn't even notice? And before we dive deep into the details, if these stories are starting to resonate with you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Think and Rebound, so you won't miss out on valuable insights that will help you understand and take better care of yourself in future episodes. Today, we're going to talk about that brain fog. We'll explore how it manifests, what causes it, and most importantly, how we can gradually clear it away. And we'll do that through the story of someone. Please allow me to use a fictitious name for privacy, but I guarantee their story will reflect many things for us.
Yes, indeed. The story of this person is Anya. Anya was someone with a grand dream to create something unique, to make her work memorable and beneficial to many. But lately, it was as if a thick fog had obscured all her thoughts.
Anya started to feel like her once flowing ideas were now just slow, hesitant drips. Her work, which used to flow smoothly, was now completely disrupted. She'd sit at her desk, staring at a blank screen, the cursor blinking as if mocking her. Her brain felt like a tangled ball of yarn, unable to figure out where to start or how to solve problems. Have you ever felt this way, listeners? That feeling of wanting to do something well, but your brain just won't cooperate?
Yes, that's right. And it's not just about work. Sometimes it's about small things in daily life. Like Anya, she would misplace her keys almost daily, frequently forget important details of people she contacted, or even struggle to follow conversations, feeling like she was always a step behind everyone else. The frustration kept building, turning into anxiety. And that anxiety, in turn, just intensified the fog in her brain.
It's like a vicious cycle, isn't it? The more anxious she got, the foggier her brain became. The foggier her brain became, the more she doubted herself, something Anya had never done before. Her confidence, once the cornerstone of her success, began to erode. She even started worrying about her basic competence. Have you ever experienced a time when small problems in your life affected your sense of self-worth? Sometimes it's not just about work. It's about your entire identity.
That's right. Anya's turning point began one evening after a particularly grueling day of staring at her screen. She stumbled upon an old article about mindfulness and meditation. She was so skeptical at first, thinking, meditation? How is sitting still going to make my brain work better? But she was truly desperate, so she decided to give it a try. Just 10 minutes. 10 minutes a day.
Yes, she found a simple guided meditation for beginners online, set a timer, and sat down. The first few days were a battle. Her mind raced, jumping from her unfinished projects to her grocery list to that awkward conversation she had yesterday. It felt utterly pointless. If it were us, do you, the listener, think we would have given up right then, thinking, this isn't for me? But something nudged Anya to keep going. Perhaps it was the sheer exhaustion of her current state, or a tiny flicker of hope.
What Anya discovered, slowly but surely, wasn't a magical cure. It was a very subtle shift. After about 2 weeks of consistent 10-minute meditations, she started noticing tiny improvements. The fog didn't vanish entirely, but it seemed to thin out just a little. She found herself less easily distracted during her work. She wasn't reaching for her phone every 5 minutes like before.
Thoughts still came, but she found she could observe them rather than being swept away by them. It was as if she was gaining a tiny bit of control over her own mind, a control she hadn't realized she'd lost. That feeling of, aha, this might actually work, was what gave her the motivation to continue.
Once encouraged, Anya started researching more. She learned about different meditation techniques, the science behind mindfulness, and the importance of consistency, not perfection. She realized that meditation wasn't about clearing her mind completely, but about changing her relationship with her thoughts.
It was about creating space. She started incorporating mindful breaks into her workday. Maybe a 5-minute walk, focusing on her breath, or simply taking a moment to truly taste her coffee. This wasn't about adding more tasks at all. It was about integrating awareness into her existing life. And what about you, listeners? Have you ever had a period where you felt like you tried, but things still didn't turn out as you expected? It's a feeling we've all been through.
Because honestly, progress isn't always linear. There were days when Anya felt like she was back at square one. Stressful projects, personal setbacks, or just a really bad night's sleep would send her right back into that familiar fog. She'd get frustrated, feel like giving up. This is where many people falter. It's easy to stick with something when you see immediate results. But what if the results seem to disappear?
Anya had to learn to be kind to herself, to acknowledge the dip and simply return to her practice. Not with judgment, but with a gentle, okay, back to it. This resilience, this commitment to showing up, even when it was hard, was the real turning point. Don't you agree, listeners, that sometimes the ability to not give up and start over is the greatest power of all?
Over time, Anya's brain fog didn't just thin out, it began to lift. She found her creativity flowing again, her focus sharpened, and her memory improved significantly. Deadlines, while still challenging, no longer felt impossible.
She wasn't just a better designer. She was a more present, engaged, and confident person. She realized that meditation 10 minutes wasn't just about sitting still. It was about training her brain, much like training a muscle. It was about developing a new way of being, a new relationship with her inner world. She started sharing her experience with friends and colleagues as someone who had found a truly powerful tool.
Anya's story really highlights the power of consistent small actions in personal development. It's not about grand gestures or overnight transformations. It's about showing up day after day, even when it's just for 10 minutes. It's about building mental resilience. And this applies to so many areas.
Whether you, the listener, are trying to learn a new skill, break a bad habit, or just manage daily stress, the principles are the same. Identify the problem, find a small, actionable step, commit to consistency, and be kind to yourself when you stumble. I genuinely believe that if we can cultivate this kind of gentle persistence, there's almost nothing we can't overcome.
To recap Anya's journey, she started with debilitating brain fog, moved through skepticism and initial struggles with meditation, found small breakthroughs that built her confidence, faced setbacks, but ultimately, through consistent, gentle practice, she transformed her mental clarity and her life.
It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the simplest solutions are the most profound. And that feeling of your brain feels foggy, right? It's a shared experience. and it's something we absolutely can address. If Anya's story resonated with you, our listeners, if you felt that brain fog or any kind of mental block, I want to challenge you. Don't try to change everything at once. Just choose one thing.
Maybe it's trying just 10 minutes of meditation tomorrow, using a simple guided app. Or maybe it's dedicating 5 minutes to truly focusing on your breath before you start your workday. Or perhaps it's simply being mindful of one meal, truly tasting each bite.
Pick one small action. Commit to it for the next 7 days, and notice what shifts. Your brain isn't destined to live in a fog. You have the power to clear the path. What's that one small step you'll take today, listeners?